Hello you guys, welcome back to this channel. If you don't know who I am, my name is Indigo, and today is the first day of 2019. So you know what that means. Everyone's hopping on their resolutions. Hello Callie! And a lot of you guys need help with getting into working out and nutrition stuff. So I talked to my peeps on Instagram, or you guys, and which if you don't follow me on Instagram already, my name is @fitbynd on Instagram. So I talked to you guys on Instagram and you guys wanted some advice, some tips and tricks, and I'm gonna answer those questions in this video. But the entire month of January, I'm gonna be doing a series of getting into the gym, beginners workouts, how to program stuff, nutrition advice, etc. So if you guys are interested in that, then subscribe down below and give this video a thumbs up. But anyways, let's just hop on into answering some of your questions and get in those New Year's health resolutions started. So this video is going to be focused on getting into fitness and health, mostly just like the working out side of it. And then we're going to focus on like nutrition and other stuff in other videos. But I'm going to start on with I can't speak today. I'm going to start on my tips for getting into fitness and getting into the gym, and then I'm going to answer a few of the questions that I got from Instagram that you guys wanted me to talk about. So let's just hop on into that. So my first tip for getting into fitness is to start small. So you don't want to give yourself this giant goal of going to the gym 7 days a week, doing 2-hour-long workouts, running 8 miles, blah, 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 which that's excessive in the first place. But also, you need to start small. You need to start with something that you think you're going to be able to fit into your life. So you want to make this into a habit, so you need to start it off with something that you can actually do regularly throughout the week. So I'd say begin with 3 days a week and then gradually increase to 5 or 6 days a week, depending on your goals. And you need start with 30 to 45 minute workouts. If you want to do longer than that and you have the time to do longer than that, then go ahead. But it's up to you. You need to make it something that is specialized to you and that you like doing. So again, with this, you don't need to be going to the gym to start your working out. You can start with YouTube. You can watch YouTube videos and do at-home workouts. You can start by going on runs 3 times a week. You can start, there are ways to work out without the gym. So start by doing things that you want to do. So maybe you like biking, maybe you like hiking, maybe you like running, maybe you like the gym and doing bodybuilding stuff. Pick one of those or mess around with all those. Go to a fitness class at your local gym and see if you like that more than working out on your own. Take a friend to the gym with you to work out, or mix it all up. Like, I like running and sprinting, but I only do that once a week because I also want my physique goals, and so I love bodybuilding and powerlifting as well. So basically what I do is I do power building, which is like powerlifting and bodybuilding mixed together. I mix those two together like 5 days of the week. 5, not 4, sorry. And then on the 6th day, I do like a hit and sprint sort of day because I like that. And other people don't, so they don't do that, you know? Make it flexible and your style, because you want to be able to continue with this throughout all of 2019, not just for the first month of January. You want this to be a habit and something that improves your life. So you can start at home or outside with the at-home workouts, all that stuff. You can start doing that stuff first. I would recommend getting bands and like a kettlebell or a dumbbell set. Those things are pretty cheap, and you can keep those at home so then you can do your home workouts. And if you really like using the weights and all that stuff, then make your way into the gym. Try out the gym for a month. See if you really like the gym environment. I know I love the gym environment. That's why I go there. And then you can get a gym membership there. But yeah, you don't need to start with a personal trainer at the gym or something. And then next thing, make sure you do your research. So don't listen to all those magazines that have a bunch of stupid workouts in them. I'm sorry, a lot of those health magazines, a lot of those workouts don't work. They're too complicated and they're not things you're gonna stick with. So do a lot of research on bodybuilding.com or YouTube. There's a lot of people out there that talk about like how to program your workouts. Like bodybuilding.com has everything. Go through their articles. They have workouts that you can try. They have beginners workouts. They have home workouts. They have gym workouts. And then they have programs that you can buy as well. So go ahead and search through that. Do your research on all that stuff. But it's good to go in with a plan to the gym. So if you need help with figuring out your workout, then I would say bodybuilding.com or YouTube or Instagram. There's some good workout people on Instagram. For beginners, I would say Whitney Simmons is extremely good. So if you need some workout ideas, Whitney Simmons has a ton. She's really good at it. Okay, and then my next tip is stick with the basics, and like complicated workouts aren't usually as effective. And this is just from my point of view. So maybe you think that complicated workouts are effective. That's like, maybe they are for you, but a lot of times complicated exercises, like if you're doing like a squat into a lunge into a RDL, or which is a Romanian deadlift, into like a shoulder raise, like a lateral raise or something, like that is so extreme that you're not gonna be able to focus on each muscle being used in that exercise. So basically you're gonna end up doing some movement and you're gonna get your heart rate up, but your muscles aren't gonna be worked like you want them to be. Like if you're gonna be doing a squat and a lunge, you want your glutes to be worked, but you know, you need to separate them so that you can really specialize on using that muscle and not end up using your upper body to do different movements that wouldn't normally require your upper body. So stick with the basics. You need your compound exercises in there. If you're doing from home workouts, like get your push-ups in there. You can do your body weight squats. You can do jump squats, jump lunges. Like those are things that are pretty basic, but they work. That's why everyone does them, because they work. Let's see. Oh, if you have gym intimidation and you don't know what you're gonna do and you're scared that everyone's judging you, first of all, no one gives a crap what you're doing in the gym. Like, or you have gym intimidation and don't really know what to do, stick with machines and dumbbells and like cable machines, because using barbells can be tricky and those require a lot of core and balance and a lot of they have to have perfect form. You can injure yourself easily, basically. So try to stick with your machines, with your dumbbells and your cables. Those are pretty good for keeping you from hurting yourself, from messing up your form. So stick to those things. Let's see. Oh, and then the next thing that everyone likes to think is that when you work out like 6 days a week, it's because you have the motivation to do it. No, it's because you made it a habit. I don't go to the gym 6 days a week because I have the motivation to do it. I mean, I love working out, but sometimes I have days where I'll get home and be like, I really don't want to work out. But I know that afterwards I will feel amazing. And I know that I've made it a habit. So I tell myself that I'm going to go there, and then guess what, when I get there, I'm in the zone and I love it. If you like, don't set a plan to work out 3 days a week and then end up skipping it twice a week, like 4 weeks in a row, because then you're breaking your habit. You're not going to stay in the gym and you're going to be going once a week just because you know you have to. So make it something you enjoy and make it a habit. Just keep doing it and then you'll see results and you'll stay dedicated. And it's just like going to work every single day. Like, you don't go because you're motivated to go. You go because you should go, because it's a habit, it's part of your routine. Just make it part of your routine. I guess the last two things are, if you really don't know what you're doing and you're really lost, there's a lot of places where you can find free programs, but there are also a lot of guides that you can get from YouTubers and like fitness people out there. Again, bodybuilding.com has a lot of good guides on it, good programs on it. And then there are a lot of good YouTubers out there that you can try, but you need to be careful because there are a lot of scammers out there. Well, there's not a lot, but there's a good amount of scammers where the programs just aren't meant for you, or the programs were made in a haste and aren't very good. So you can get a workout guide if you really need the guidance to get into the gym, and that will keep you accountable. There's people like Fierce to Fit, Megan Grubb, Alexis Clarefit, Natasha Ocean, I think that's how you say it, I don't know, and Teiche, or Taylor Chamberlain. They have really good workout guides. Taylor Chamberlain's is actually, she has an EMOM guide, so it's at home stuff that you can do with just like bands, body weight, or kettlebells or dumbbells. So she's pretty good. The other people are like gym stuff, but I think Natasha Ocean is coming out with a home guide now too. But yeah, you can find a workout guide out there, and make sure you do your research before you go ahead and spend the money on it. But those are really helpful. And then with that, you want to be taking progress pictures, because I didn't start taking progress pictures when I first began working out, and I have pictures of me from then that I can compare myself to, but it is so much more like amazing to see a progress picture where you can see your full body, where you actually like took it for the purpose of a progress picture and not just someone took it at a party, you know? So take progress pictures, because when you compare them after a few weeks of working out, you're gonna be noticing a difference if you're actually going to the gym and cleaning up your diet like you said you would. So it'll help motivate you to stay dedicated and keep the workouts and the healthy eating in your routine. So that's just a great way to keep you in your routine. So that is basically all my tips on getting into fitness. I'm just gonna answer a few questions that I was asked. There's only 4 of them. Sorry if this is sort of a long video. The first one is about gaining weight. So I think I'm gonna make a full video on this, but basically you need to be eating in a surplus. So I would recommend using MyFitnessPal, plugging in your height and your weight and everything, and it'll figure out what you should be eating. So then you're gonna stick to those macros. You don't necessarily need to track, but just you need to be eating more than what you have been eating. So focus on adding in more carbs, more fats, more dense food if you want to gain weight. And then work out heavy in the gym. Keep your reps like between 6 and 10, and your weight's really heavy, and that's going to help you gain more muscle and more weight. Yeah, that's basically my tips for that. Also, it'll take time, so don't expect it to happen in a day. That's just true for losing weight too. It's gonna take time. If the gym is the only way to get a good workout, no, it is not. The thing that makes the gym nice is that there are exercises that you can easily increase the weight on, or increase the reps on, and intensity. So it's really easy to increase your intensity if you're working out in the gym, but you can get really good workouts at home. If your goal is not to put on a ton of muscle, then you can work out at home very easily with just body weight movements. If you want to put on more muscle, I'd recommend getting some dumbbells, a kettlebell, some resistance bands, and you can put on muscle from home very easily with those and increase intensity by increasing the resistance using those. Yeah, so the gym is not the only way to get a good workout. And then consistency tips. Consistency, well, I kind of already covered this, but basically you just have to make it into your routine. You know, it's not life or death if you can't get to the gym. a certain number of days a week, but just make sure that you are going at least 3 days a week and you are using your dedication and routine to get there. You shouldn't rely on your motivation to keep you consistent in the gym. You should be like relying on your inner schedule basically to tell you to go. Yeah, so you're not gonna be motivated every day. You just have to stay consistent by telling yourself you're gonna stay consistent, basically. It's a mental battle. I don't know if that really helped, but yeah. And then what to do if it seems like your progress is plateauing? That's a hard one. So I don't know exactly what you mean by progress because I don't know what the progress is in terms of. So if the progress is in terms of like body weight and like you're not losing weight anymore. Well, if you're not losing weight anymore and you are down at a very low calorie, like caloric intake, then you need to increase your calories and start a reverse diet. If you're not gaining any more weight, then maybe you need to do a mini cut and decrease your calories for like a month or so, and then increase back up again, and you should start gaining weight again. If the progress is in terms of like your squats and your deadlifts, well, that one is really hard. You need to start working on your form more and slowing down the reps and maybe do a deload. I don't know, I've been plateauing with like squats and deadlifts is really hard to get out of. You may need a coach for that, but you can start eating more. That does help. Eating more gets you out of your gets you some strength back, and changing up your rep scheme could help too. But basically that's all I can say. I don't really have that many tips on that one because that one's really difficult and it's really individual to the person. So anyways, that is basically everything. Sorry if that was kind of rambly, but I hope that some of this helped you guys, and we'll be back for a new episode of this series pretty soon. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up and all that jazz. I don't want to keep saying this stuff because it's annoying when YouTubers say it 24/7. So that's the end of this video. Let's go 2019. It is January 1st of 2019. This year's gonna be crazy, but we got this. Let's do this. Deuces.